The Secretary of State of His Holiness the Pope, commonly known as the Cardinal Secretary of State, presides over the Holy See Secretariat of State, which is the oldest and most important dicastery of the Roman Curia. The Secretariat of State performs all the political and diplomatic functions of the Holy See in the Vatican City. The Secretary of State is currently Cardinal Pietro Peralin. Duties: the Cardinal Secretary is appointed by the Pope, and serves as one of his principal advisors. As one of the senior officers in the Roman Catholic Church, the Secretary is required to be a cardinal. If the office is vacant, a non-cardinal may serve as pro tem Secretary of State, exercising the powers of the Secretary of State until her suitable replacement is found, or the pro-secretary is made a cardinal in a subsequent consistory. The Cardinal Secretary's term ends when the Pope who appointed him dies or leaves office. During the said vacant period, the former Secretary acts as a member of a commission with the Camerlengo of the Holy Roman Church and the former President of the Pontifical Commission for Vatican City State, which exercises some of the functions of the head of state of the Vatican City until a new pope is elected. Once the new pope is chosen, the former secretary's role in the commission likewise expires, though he can be reappointed as Secretary of State. History: the office traces its origins to that of Secretary Intimus, created by Pope Leo X in the early 16th century to handle correspondence with the diplomatic missions of the Holy See, which were just beginning to become permanent postings instead of missions sent on particular occasions. At this stage the secretary was a fairly minor functionary, the Vatican administration being led by the cardinal nephew, the Pope's confidant, usually taken from his family. The imprudence of Pope Julius III in entrusting the office of cardinal nephew to his alleged lover Innocenzo Ciocchi del Monte, a teenaged, virtually illiterate street urchin whom his brother had adopted a few years earlier, led to an upgrading of the secretary's job. As the incumbent had to take over the duties the cardinal nephew was unfit for. By the time of Pope Innocent X, the Secretary of State was always himself a cardinal, and Pope Innocent XII abolished the office of cardinal nephew in 1692. From then onwards the Secretary of State has been the most important of the officials of the Holy See. In 1968, Pope Paul VI's Apostolic Constitution Regimini Ecclesiae Universa further enhanced the powers of the Secretary, placing him over all the other departments of the Roman Curia. In 1973, Paul further broadened the secretaryship by abolishing the ancient office of Chancellor of the Holy Roman Church and merging its functions into those of the Secretary. Secretaries of State between 1551 and 1644: Girolamo Dandini, Carlo Borromeo, Tolomeo Gallio, Girolamo Rusticucci, Tolomeo Gallio, Decio Azzolini, Alessandro Peretti di Montalto, Paolo Emilio Sfondracia, Giovanni Antonio Facchinetti de News, Pier Benedetto Peretti, Pietro Aldobrandini and Cinzio Passeri Aldobrandini, Roberto Abaldini, Erminio Valenti, Lanfranco Margotti, Porfrio Feliciani, Giovanni Battista Argucci, Lorenzo Magalotti, Lorenzo Azzolini, Pietro Banessa, Francesco Adriano Siva, Giovanni Battista Spada. Cardinal Secretaries of State since 1644: Giovanni Giacomo Pancherelli, Fabio Chigi, then elected Pope Alexander VII, Giulio Rospigliosi, then elected Pope Clement IX, Decio Azzolini the Younger, Federico Borromeo, Jr., Francesco Nerli, Olderana Cibor, Giambattista Rubini, Fabrizio Spada, Fabrizio Paolucci, Giorgio Spinola, Fabrizio Paolucci, Niccolo Maria Lercheri, Antonio Banchieri, Giuseppe Ferreo, Sr., Silvia Valenti Gonzaga, Alberico Arcinto, Ludovico Maria Torrigiani, Lazzaro Opizio Pallavicini, Ignazio Boncompagna Ludovici, Francesco Saverio de Zelada, Ignazio Busca, Giuseppe Doria Pamphili, Ercole Consalvi, Pro-Secretary, Secretary, Filippo Carsoni, Giulio Gabrielli the younger, Giuseppe Doria Pamphilj, Pro-Secretary, Bartolomeo Pacca, Pro-Secretary, Ercole Consalvi, Giulio Maria della Somaglia, Tommaso Bonetti, Pro-Secretary, Giuseppe Albani, Tommaso Bonetti, Pro-Secretary, Cardinal Secretary, Luigi Lambruscini, Tommaso Pasquale Gizzi, Gabriele Ferretti, Giuseppe Bofondi, Giacomo Antonelli, Anton Orioli, Cardinal Secretary ad interim, Giovanni Solia-Cerroni, Giacomo Antonelli, Giovanni Simeoni, Alessandro Franchi, Lorenzo Nina, Luigi Giacobini, Mariano Rampolla, Raffaele Meri del Val, Domenico Ferrata, Pietro Gaspari, Eugenio Pacelli then elected Pope Pius XII, Luigi Maglioni, Domenico Tardini, Amleta Giovanni Cicognani, Jean-Marie Villot, Agostino Casaroli, Angelo Sodano, Tarcisio Bettone, Pietro Peralin,